I've created a meetup group where I am going to give you a broad overview of my 26-week course. And if you never, ever actually work with me inside that course, I just want you to learn anything or a lot of things that could help you do the next right step. In my BRAVE framework, B is for build a foundation. So in that, that's week 1 in this meetup free. It's very free meetup course. We'll build a foundation. It's like understanding trauma, the big T, little T trauma. Build a self-care list. We'll go over medications and therapy and all kinds of important things. And then in week 2, we are going to talk about regulating emotions, how the brain handles emotions and why all this stuff got stuck. And the brain is miraculous. I always thought, who needs to know about the brain? But oh my God, it's so important to know about the brain. So I go over that. And then in week 3, we talk about accepting your feelings. So you weren't allowed to have the feelings associated with the trauma, and that's where the real painful part. So everything had to be like pushed down, and we're still reacting out of that coping mechanism of pushing everything down. Okay, week 4 is going to be validate your truth. So this is about journaling, about dream interpretation, and I talk about the regressions, kind of like regressions that you can plan a regression. This is very advanced, so I'm just going to go over that really briefly. And then unplanned regressions, like when the triggers happen and you go into this crazy stuff where you feel like you're crazy. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that. And then week 5 is I talk about what recovery looks like. I talk about forgiveness. I talk about whether to forgive or not to forgive. And it's not an absolute that, oh, yeah, I got to forgive or else I'll never be recovered. That's not true. Then I always also talk about what it's like to be recovered, which is amazing. So I never dreamed, oh, I'd be where I'm at. So the format of these meetup groups is the first 5 minutes, I'll do an introduction. And then the next 40 minutes, I'll talk about the lesson for that call. These are all on Zoom. There'll be a link on the meetup group page. You do not have to have your camera on. I want you to feel very safe. I will never call on you. I will never say, oh, so-and-so, what do you think about that? No, I will not do that. The Zoom call will be recorded, but you will not be in the recording. Your picture will not be in the recording. The last 15 minutes will be uh, Q&A, questions and answers. So if you want to unmute yourself, everybody will be muted during the call, but then I'll open it up. And if you want to unmute yourself, you can, and you can ask questions. So that's the format. And I'm new to Meetup and I'm new to launching my program, but I'm getting more and more solidified on my that I know what I'm talking about. I just know, and I know that if it worked for me, I'm so sure that it will help, and I know that I can help other people. I'm just so passionate about that. Eventually I read a book, but for now, this is where I'm starting with YouTube and Meetup and, just getting my toes in the water. So thank you for watching. And I so hope to see you in this Zoom series. Oh, one more thing. You don't have to go through all 5. I mean, ideally, you go through all 5 so you get an idea of the whole flow of the whole thing. But if you miss 1 or 2 of them, I want you to join in on the ones that you can make. And if there is a time that is just like, "No, this is crazy," because, it's December 2nd, uh, 9th, 50 anyway, it gets near Christmas. There's one that's December 23rd, and then there's one that's December 30th. So if that is just like everybody goes, no, that's a terrible time because of the holidays, I will change the dates. But right now, I'm going to stick with the dates that I have. So anyway, I hope to see you in there. Thank you for watching.
No, you don't wanna face it. You think it's too late, but I can see past the rain.